Welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your August 2022 read. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. Sun, moon, and rising. Come in. Come on. I've got intel. The planetary energies for you, Aries, for the month of August 2022. Jupiter, as you already know, is retrograde in your sign, no less. This means that you will be growing at a slower pace for the next few months. But that's okay. Fine wine takes time to what? Progress and ferment, darling dears. Yeah. Aries, use the energy. Use this Jupiter retrograde, darling dear. It will be retrograde until November the 23rd to ensure that your recent progress is realistic and sustainable. This is the time where you what? Take the time to dot your I's and cross your T's. Work on your multiple streams of income. Remove energies that are beneath your spiritual pay grade, darling dear. This and that you'll be doing. Leo season is all about what? Tapping into your creativity, darling dear. Even my is questionable, darling dears. As there are many ideas begging to come out, and that can take shape during the month of September, darling dear. So use that time to plot and plan and strategize, darling dear. Law 29 of the 48 laws of power. If you're single, Venus in Leo, starting from the 11th of August, will help you attract attention from love interests. Enjoy the fun while you can, because once Virgo season arrives on the 22nd of August, you'll most likely be busy with all of your works, darling dear, what you've co-created, what you've planned, what you've second-guessed, and realize that what your first thought was the right thought, Aries. Let's tap into the tarot for you for August 2022. Big cat wave. Aries, the first house. You lead with the big I am. It's about the self, your appearance, and it's a new beginning for you, darling dear. First impressions are lasting impressions. You're taking a different approach to self. You are putting yourself out there in different ways, darling dears. But it will take time, because your essence, your energy is like fine wine, darling dear. Not for every palate, especially when they're used to using a screw top to get to their alcohols, darling dears. Anyway, I digress. Let's bring your rune. Oh, you've got a duo, darling dears. Oh. When you cast runes, you read them from right to left, darling dear. What's happened to my musics? Let's get it back on. The first rune I picked up is Ingus. This is masculine energy, represented by the Emperor in tarot, darling dear, represented by the number 13, the letters N and G. It speaks about common sense, darling dear, being a superpower among some. Your flip-flop is firmly on. This is about stepping into your authority, or you bossed up. It also represents a masculine energy. This also speaks about the protecting of your home, everything that you hold dear, family, friends, whatever, darling dear. Oh, pardon me. That was a spiritual belch, because I speaks the truth. Roof, pinkies up. The energy of Mars, as well as Aries, in your own power, darling dear. This is your trump. You realize your worth, and you've added tax. It also speaks about a future husband or wife, or a past husband or wife figure, someone who had authority in your life. Well, guess what? You have what? You're like, what, Case? You have Algaz. On its face, darling dear, represented by the letter X or an X plus the letter Z. In the reverse, this is a masculine energy that was unjust, darling dear. Should have been protector or provider. Could be feminine, because gender is fluid in tarot. Someone who is operating in their masculine mode. A distorted masculine, darling dear. This also speaks about what the hidden danger. It also speaks about what your power. They can't take your power. Well, they better what? Get a straw and suck it up, blood. Ra, or Sistrine, represented by the numbers 72, 73, 74, and 75. Algas is also what? The speaking of malicious words, a lot of negative energy sent your way. This is also somebody what? Getting a lot of shade in a working environment, one where they're about to separate themselves from, darling dear. Taking a leap of faith on yourself, possibly going into your entrepreneurship. Male, masculine energy. This is about what? The conscious mind. The masculine energy is the conscious mind. The feminine energy is the subconscious mind. You're using your logic. Just saw 555 on the counter. A true change is afoot, darling dear. Moving away from the negative, darling. The spell castation, the malicious words, the merchants of slander, fraud, to betray whatever you have on the tableau. You will be moving in silence throughout the month of August 2022, darling dear. Algas, on its face, it speaks about what? Somebody is stuck in an old cycle, their old ways. This is a narcissist, darling dear. Someone who slipped through the net, haven't even seen an exorcist to what? Discern what their behaviors are. This is somebody who's self-serving. This is a Cheechin Chitara, darling dear. Somebody who would use gaslighting to turn a situation on you. It also speaks about them lacking in spiritual growth, darling dear. You're finding that your spirituality is blocked off in a situation. Could be a working situation with partnerships that are meant to end. Right, let's carry on. Let's get your ancestral message. We're going to use the life lesson deck. Give it a good shufty, darling dears. What are the two main lessons that Aries is supposed to understand or circumvent or utilize throughout the what? Month of April. Baby, oracle cards, paying attention to whom you would get advice from, darling dear. They're giving you healing information. It also speaks about what? Getting your own oracle cards and tapping into your higher mind, your feminine energy. We all have psychic abilities, darling dears. We do. Getting answers. This says what? You are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. Some of you will be opening your spiritual practices. You're being guided, darling dear, to step away from the comfort zone, which is basura, to a big cat on their path in a noof node kind of a way. We've also got what? This is narrowing down your options, darling dears. The scales of justice on its face, darling dear. It also speaks about someone being in a karmic lesson. It speaks about what? Some of you are what? Removing yourself from a marriage. A distorted masculine or feminine, darling dear. Someone who is shady bogady, darling dear. Full on scuzz bucket. Is being off, darling dear. Not literally, because it won't be a police case. No. We've seen CSI and we're not having nothing to do with it. As a big cat wave, fist bump. You are cutting off that person, place or thing as an option, darling dear. No longer repeating a negative cycle, the energy of the Libra. This also speaks about what? No longer committing yourself to things that no longer serves you. Finding that what? Somebody's going to be coming off with what? The short end of the stick in a court case. Possibly one you brought about, darling dear, because with Aries, it's about the self-preservation. You are the big I am. Some of you have been guided. Some of you second-guessed yourself and you went to the what? Tarot cards or the oracle cards. Or you have someone who reads for you, darling dears. But you have to remember, no matter what information you get, the ultimate choice is your own. Divine gifted us all with free will, darling dears. Some say, but you get contradicting answers from tarot readers. Sometimes you have to get many readings to get the whole picture. Not every reader has the whole picture, darling dear. But I don't believe in a twin flame readings, darling dear. I see all those old blowtorch sent to keep you stuck. Some of you will be writing your books, cookbooks, writing your journals, screenplays, getting that contract out there, your new resumes. This is a time for you to be the big I am. Know your worth, darling dear, and add tax. You're being spiritually guided to remove yourself from a comfort zone. And you will do it with what? The power of your own hands, darling dear. Remember, faith without works is dead. Dodo dead. James 2:14. You've got to put your back into it, darling dear. so the universe can meet you. Just saw 1010 on the counter. Breakthrough point, darling dears. You are breakthrough. And it also speaks about the writing of a will, the passing of a masculine, a grandfather, a husband, a brother. There's going to be a lot of shade around this person's passing, darling dear. Possibly somebody trying to what? Steal your inheritance. But you are the author of your life, darling dear. There's nothing to learn from that situation. Feeble-minded, darling dear, leave them where they are. God bless the child that has its own, and you will build your own kingdom. I told you. You will see the fruits of your labors and your efforts in the month of September 2022. Remember I told you that? Right, let's get some cards. Some tarot on the deck. The base of your deck, Tower moment. The Tower is represented by what? Fire, as well as Jupiter energy, darling dears. A destroyer. Something had to be broken down in order for it to be built back. You're going to be hearing of somebody feeling like off in themselves. It could be this masculine energy, darling dears. Someone who's going through a lot of depression. My condolences, darling dears. It also speaks about tower moments in other people's lives. Or it could be you, my darling dear, at crisis point. Some relationships you will be at crisis point during the month of August 2022 when you become the big I am. Aries, balancing out the scales of justice. Injustices that were perpetrated against you for some time. Until you wised up. The Tower moment also breathes into what? Sudden change. Ending of a friendship, a relationship, a marriage, darling dear. Releasing old habits as you step on a new path to greatness. You're about getting great for the month of August 2022. Why am I rolling? I'm on my core ball, darling dear. You've got to keep it moving, darling dear. Exercises your spine, tightens the whole of your core, your midsection. Gets rid of that belly fat. Yes, baby. That fupa, be gone. For male or female, darling dear. And it also awakens what? Inner wounds to release as you what? Flow. You find a track that you enjoy. And just get a flow. Get a figure 8 on. Yes, baby. Hit every one of them corners. And you get the rocking back and forwards, the bouncing up and listen. But I digress. Energies for the Aries for August 2022. Wow. Someone's going through it, darling dear. Someone who's not making progress, darling dear. Since you've been gone, yes, baby. It breathes of regret, darling dear. Regret is not remorse. This person is codependent. They're also having a mental break. We already saw that from the runes, darling dear. They haven't got a pot to piss in or a window to put it out of, but it's the karmas, darling dear. When you fumble the ball and lose a big cat, and they go on to succeed, you'll be forever saying, oh my God, it's too late. Too late is their cry. They're amongst the feeble-minded, those that drain their money, their time, their energy, everything, darling dear. And they are crying into their fist. Well, guess what? Isaiah 48:22, no rest for the wicked. Kicking straight off with that, darling dear. Why? Because they're under judgment. I told you, agent of karma you are, as you continue to get great. Judgment. This also speaks about an ex, darling dear, that would like to be Mac the knife in return for you to what? Energize them again. The judgment also speaks about the sudden change in your life. You came from out of darkness, darling dear. You put down a lot of codependent people, toxic situations, right? You was in regret for a while because you didn't know yourself. Then you realized what? How your life turned around. When you leaned on your own understanding, learned to walk alone, hermit energy. You also have the Queen of Cups and the Strength card. Your psychic abilities are on the up and up. Listen to your intuition, darling dear. Another big cat, Leo, darling dears. Fire sign as well. Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is about you what? Understanding unconditional love, darling dear. Doesn't mean that you get beaten about your head or abused. Unconditional love is being in what? Like-minded company, darling dears. And it's a genuine exchange of energies. Unconditional love is being non-judgmental. Not to the wicked, darling dear. allowing another big cat to be a big cat in their own way and not stand in judgment once they are a soldier of the light. As are you, big cat. What's this? We have the Palace of Cups. This is emotional fulfillment. Your strength is going to pay off, darling dear. This also speaks about you not being tempted off your flip-flop. You came from the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Loss of finances. Your mental health was on the what? It was on the line, darling dear. You was nearly barking at passing cars until you cried out. This is Archangel Michael in the background. Solar plexus energy. The solar plexus speaks about what? You was gifted more personal power. Your will has increased, darling dear. Your energies are on the up and up. As you use the energy of what? The retrograding Jupiter to reassess your character, your persona, realize whom you were, say goodbye to the old you as you plan, plot and strategize your September, darling dear. It looks fabulous. Base of the deck. Yeah. The power of what? Forward thinking, darling dear. Foresight, thinking about your future, your long-term goals. This is your ships coming in. Again, Aries energy as well as the sun energy. The big I am. Focusing on self is not selfless. I mean selfish, it's selfless. Excusez-moi s'il vous plaît. A slip of the tongue. Freudian slip. You're leaving the selfish behind. Excusez-moi. Let's clarify these cards before we press on to get great, darling dear. We're going to use Art Nouveau deck. Base of the deck, we have the death card, the old you and the rebirth of you, and it also speaks about the death. You're going to hear about the death of a masculine energy, darling dear, whether by their own hand or it was their time. My condolences. And it's going to be at night time, darling dear. It also speaks about the rebirth of you. You're simply not on the same spiritual pay grade as these bottom feeders, those that would love to drag you back to Hawkeye Sticks of Dawn. The what? 911 Freddy Krueger Mudhut 2 streets over from the loser lane in the district of the damn, darling dear. They're seeing the new you and they can't take it. This is bringing up depression. It also speaks about a painful breakup. But that breakup caused a life-changing event for you, darling dear. It was a blessing in disguise. The rebirth of you. Change is afoot. It also speaks about endings. A divorce, ending of a friendship, ending of a job. Leaving that situation to what? Go forward with your transformation for this, creating this new beginning for yourself. Clarify the 9 of Pentacles. You are agent of karma, darling dear. You're leaving these bottom feeders behind. Judgment in the upright. 2 different decks, darling dear. The energy of the 2 is the high priestess, intuition and discernment. You know how to use them in every situation, darling dear. Base of the deck. Moon energy, Cancer, Pisces energy, darling dear. Major arcana, you are saved. The judgment, your change of status, darling dear. They're going to think it was overnight, darling dear, but you've been working on yourself. It also speaks about the bad energy that you're leaving behind, the fake friends, the fake family members, the ones that are just relatives by blood only, not by support. This also speaks about jealousy and malicious words. Depressed because you are what? Turning the wheel of fortune in your favor. Somebody's crying into their fist, darling dear. You're leaving a lot of people behind, right? And you've turned into the Queen of Pentacles. This is knowing your worth and adding tax. If you've got progeny, you take care of those progeny, darling dears. Base of the deck, cup of love, self-love, darling dear. And it also speaks about your creative new beginning, something that you build with your own hands, darling dear. Possibly solo dolo, like the boys or girls on the pole. You also have information coming towards you quickly. The night is also what? You being focused on your intellect, using your intellect, being quick thinking, fast talking. You're able to think more clearly as you leaned on your own understanding, this new beginning that you've created. It also speaks about what? A child. Somebody's going to be what? Realizing they're going to have to be a single mother. The mother, the mother in a situation. The Knight of Swords also speaks about surgery. This speaks about what? A C-section birth. Base of the deck. You was dealing with somebody who's emotionally cold, King of Swords. This person knows that they're the father of the child, but they've making a decision, 2 of Swords. A decision they're choosing is something over you, darling dear. And this is what's going to forever have them in their head. They're about to make the wrong decision about you and your progeny, darling dears. That's their business. That's their business. Clarify the judgment card. Baby, they're going to choose a mistress. High priestess on its face, a spell-casting mistress. A Jezebel, darling dear. Good God. A Jezebel? Yes. Revelations 2:20. Yeah. Somebody who's a spellcaster. This person has psychic abilities, but they use sex magic or words, darling. They're possibly using Google's spell to get this King of Swords. This person is getting into an entanglement, choosing that over their wife. But there is a divorce here, darling dears. A situation that is emotionally cold. They realize they're going to be used in a situation, or they are being used in a situation. Clarify the judgment, please. Yeah, it's for you to isolate yourself from situations. This is about self-introspection, going in for answers, spiritual answers, and getting them. The Virgo card, darling dear, you are the agent of karma in that situation. Emperor. Being isolated for a time, darling dear, is going to allow you to boss up. Even if you're in a situation, this is going within, darling dear, to realize and claim dominion over yourself, to release yourself from a situation where there is coldness, emotional coldness. Base of the deck, Queen of Swords, you understand your worth and you've added tax, and you're not taking back anything from the past. Base of the deck, slow but steady progress. Underneath the Queen of Cups, you're prepared to wait for the right partner, divinely guided partner. Because you've been betrayed enough. You've taken the knives out of your back chakras, darling dears, and had the fortitude, the foresight, 3 of Wands, to cut the soul ties in the cup. Look, Hermit, Page of Cups. This is somebody who's immature and a liar to boot, darling dear. They would like to offer a bullshit apology. Should you take the apology? Should you come out of your singlehood? Waiting for what? Inspiration? No, blood. Because you will be at hockey sticks at dawn. They'll put you back in that depressive state yet again. They're relying on your what? Unconditional love. But you have the Wheel of Fortune under the Strength card. A cycle has ended and it's your turn to be on top of the wheel, moving forward, being divinely guided. You are an earth angel. You have a foot in both worlds. Sagittarius energy, the only zodiac that is weaponized, split the deck. You understand a destabilized foundation, a situation where your energy was just being taken. You're not going back to a situation, whether it was a work situation or a job situation. It caused insurmountable depression. You invested a lot into it, but you can walk away and begin any time you want. You can begin again. And man, divine wants you to see things from a different perspective. Realize your glass is half full and not half empty. King of Pentacles. This is a divine union. For some of you, you'll be meeting your true divinely guided partner. This is somebody who is a protector and provider. This is somebody that is a meeting of minds, darling. There's somebody that's going to admire you. Always look to see where their faces are. This is current energy coming towards you. Underneath the Palace of Cups, a stable home life and victory, darling dear. Success. You'll be socking it to them throughout the month of August. Base of the deck, your strength, darling dear. 2 different decks. Is off the Chizayin. You're not going to be tempted off your flip-flop, your common sense for no fucking ease. You are not looking back. And your words carry spiritual weight. You come with the truth, Ruth, Queen of Swords. You speak the truth. This is what is going to have them backing off, darling dear. This is also speaking about a lot of jealousy and envy, as well as one-upmanship. Divine is telling you to wash your face like David, realize your worth, and add tax. Strength card come out twice. August 2022 is your month, Aries, for you to what? Boss up in every area of your life, calling your true divinely guided partner, whether platonic or romantical. On that note, I drops me mic. Told love to my Teesprings, told love to my Patreon, or simply come back here. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself, darling dear. Wash your face like David. Leave the what? Feeble-minded where they are. What's behind that? They're crying into their fistmate. Over you, Aries. Trying to manifest you back to the mud hut. Fight with your everything. This is spiritual warfare. You're about to what? Succeed. Just saw 4 on the counter. On the right path. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cat. Big cat wave, Aries. Namaste. Until we meet again on these tarot streets.